Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my name, a village content creator. So for those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share to other individuals. And for the returning viewers, make sure that you turn on the notification bell so that you can be updated anytime I post any videos. And remember not to skip the ads. Basically, I'm a village content creator. My sustainability depends on content creation here in the village, and where I do content on lifestyle, village logs, reaction, and commentary videos. So today's video is not entertainment, it is not gossip, it is not hatred. It is a serious conversation about land, power, money, and exploitation.
Mzee, pesa yako iko kwa sabuni. Tumekubaliana. Nitie na mimi sasa mrudi. Iko naenda. Dudu kumeni rafiki yangu nilikuwa nimemsahau. Kazi ya stima kule. No, ule nyanya. Dudu is better understand. Yeah. Siko sawa mzee. Asante mwalimu. Akamwita. Ita yule Dudu. Dudu ama nani? Ni yeye Dudu. Bila kingine sasa nani tasema nani? Huyo ndio kwa wangu hapo CPM. Au ni fundi mwakoti leo kwa sababu Dudu tunaenda muda. Mwalimu asante sana. Sasa mimi nilikwambia kwamba hasira zote zikipanda ya huyu pande unajua mwelekeo wao. Na wao ni kwa kanisa unajua mazingira ni sana ndani. Ndio ndio mtu sio sasa. Yaani yeye hapendi kupoteza muda. Tunajua nini? Pesa sana tunapenda sasa muita kusema huyu mzee 1500 ametoa. Umesikia? Sinipa mzee ndo asante kaka. Ndio hizi niko nazo sana. Ina haja tena tuje tuseme hivi na muanze kufunguana na bajaji. Okay. Kana kwa mambo yangu. Asante. Asante. Muita. Uko sawa hapo si ndio? Uko sawa. Haya. Mwambie mama, mwambie sasa kuli.
What I'm about to say is based on the video that is circulating online, the video that you have seen the footage. I've posted it when the video starting, and the statements made on camera, reasonable questions any responsible citizen should ask. I will speak slowly, I will speak clearly, I will speak honestly, because land is not a joke. Land is identity, land is dignity, land is the future of our children. So when I see people joking with lands here in the village, selling lands here in the village, I actually regret that. Why is this happening? And actually, somebody like me don't even have a land, don't have capital to purchase that land, and people are selling lands that they never sweated for, and we call them ancestral lands that is inherited from generation to generation. But we now get that due to influence of alcoholism, due to influence of some things, then these lands are being sold, which is something very wrong. And for those who are watching this video and you are a content creator, make sure tell your parents to resist from that, because you know we actually, this land, because they inherited from our forefathers, we will be inheriting from them, but now they are selling these lands. Where will our children get this land? In the video, we see visitors from the United States, Jamaican born, now American residents. They did not come as tourists. They did not come for culture alone. They did not come for learning. They came specifically to buy land. And that alone is not the problem, because foreigners can invest, foreigners can lease lands, foreigners can develop lands legally. The problem begins when the process is wrong, when the villagers are being manipulated, and when the law is ignored. In that video, when it was starting, men described us, our fathers, our uncles, some appearing intoxicated, are being handed money. This money is called pesa ya sabuni. You can hear from that video somebody saying that hii pesa ni ya sabuni. That means soap money. No chief present, no legal meeting, no land officer, no written explanation. Just money, cash, in front of foreigners. And the question must be asked, why are these people that we call our fathers being given money in the presence of potential land buyers? Why are ancestral lands discussed after money is distributed? Why is alcohol involved when land discussions are being influenced? This is not accidental. This is psychological manipulation that is used to you weaken judgment, you create obligation, you introduce money, you normalize selling. This is how exploitation works. You don't force people violently, you soften them emotionally. That is what it is being done. You confuse them legally, you pressure them financially, and suddenly ancestral land is gone. This reminds me on Mura's statement about money. In Mura's own words, as heard in the video, he says the visitors should actually go back and look enough money and then come back. He says money can buy everything from the villagers. That statement is not harmless. It confirms intent. It confirms strategy. It confirms mindset. When someone says that, get enough money and I will show you how to deal with the villagers, that is not development. That is financial domination. And in today's footage, we see the role of CONDAD. Is seen distributing money, is the one who is giving out these handouts. Again, this is as shown in circulating footage. If money is used to influence these elders, to soften the resistance, to encourage land sales, that is not leadership. That is modern day colonial behavior. Give money, then you take land, and the process repeats itself. And to make matters worse, where I'm going to talk about historical irony, Jamaican American visitors. This part is very painful because our Jamaican brothers and sisters came from a history of land theft, plantations, displacements, slavery, and economic manipulation. So it is heartbreaking to see descendants of the oppressed standing in the same system that once destroyed their ancestors, not knowingly, perhaps, but unknowingly participating. This is why knowledge matters. Let me be clear. Foreigners in these situations are also victims. If they are not told the truth, if they are not advised legally, if they are not informed about Kenyan land law, then they are being misled. If they had hired an advocate, if they had gone or they have done due diligence, if they had consulted the Ministry of Land, they would have been protected. And when I'm telling them that they could hire an advocate, leave alone the advocates that we see here in the village, leave alone these advocates that we see here in Migori. Go for an advocate from Nairobi that does not know anybody from this area, then that advocate will advise you on how to go about it. So let me repeat again myself, because I've repeated myself severally. Under the Constitution of Kenya 2010, foreigners cannot own freehold land. Foreigners can only hold leasehold land up to 99 years. Community land cannot be sold without full consent. Chiefs do not replace surveyors. Fingerprints do not replace title deeds. Alcohol-influenced consent is invalid. Land sales must go through 1. Advocate, 2. Land Control Board, 3. Registered Surveyor, 3. And 5. Ministry of Lands. Anything else is illegal or fraudulent. And what these foreigners have done, and let me talk about using other people's documents. If land is registered under another person's name for foreigners' benefit, that is illegal, that is risky, that is a scam. So the foreigner loses money, the villager loses land, the middleman benefit. This is how people get destroyed. This is what we call man eat man. And that is what I can really talk about that. This topic brings me to another discussion that I was hearing for a video yesterday about Gintu and Mama Tandi Foundation. Now let us contrast this with another video. A phone call between Gintu and Mama Tandi Foundation. You know, the way I was saying that these foreigners, we expected something like a real empowerment. So when we were talking about real empowerment, from the discussion that I was hearing about Gintu and Mama Tandi Foundation, this is the real empowerment, where there is skills training, youth education, employment, women empowerment, and knowledge transfer. When people are educated, they do not sell land cheaply. Knowledge protects land. This is a long-term development, not short-term money that we can see people getting in that video. Let me tell us why education stops land selling. When villagers understand the land value, legal rights, economic alternatives, generation wealth, they stop selling land. This is why the real empowerment is dangerous to exploiters, because educated people cannot be manipulated. And what moral authority does anyone have to pressure villagers to sell ancestral land for the comfort of outsiders? None. Development must include villagers, not erase them. And this final warning to the villagers, because me, I've really tried my best. I've really tried my best. When I tell you I've really tried my best, even today morning, when I was passing through the village, I met an elder man where I was having a one-on-one conversation with him about the same issue, about the land issue. Then I was asking the old man that, how do you see about this thing? How people are coming here to buy land, how villagers are selling lands to other people, how lands are, you know, we had a lengthy discussion with the individuals. But there are some matters that were really rising. That, you know, when somebody questions you, giving you some matters, you even tell that individual, you know, you can even get bothered. You can even get bored. Because the same individual that I was training about the same issue. Because the discussion started very well. Now the man now started asking me questions because I was educating him. Now he started asking me questions. Yeah. Yes, young man. I've heard you. I've listened to what you have said. Let me ask you that. The way you're seeing me right now, I'm going to search for money so that I can feed my family. Let's say, for example, I don't sell my land. Will you come and feed my family? I was like, feeding your family? I told him point blank that only feeding your family, that's not a big issue. Your family, they have land, they have hands, they have legs, they can go work. Because for me, even I do some hand jobs so that I can get money. They can go work for hand job, they get money, at least they can sustain the family, and your land will be permanent there. Okay, then they said, oh, that's really good. I see now you are thinking. The next question that the guy was asking me that, okay, schools are opening next week. People are going back to school. Then you're telling me not to sell my land. I have children, I have grandchildren that I'm supposed to educate. I asked that Muse that very simple question. Let me ask you very quick. Did you buy this land or you inherited? The guy told me that I inherited. Because your father never saw this land. Who are you to sell this land? That because I'm in need. Your father too was in need. But he never saw this land. But he had to look further away. Then the man told me that because my father was in need, that's why I'm not educated. I was like, okay, that is why I'm not educated. So I asked him, do you think you selling this land, you'll be now, will it pay school fee the entire life of your children? Now that today I'll be selling this small one, tomorrow another. So I was like, okay, this man is bringing some sense that him not getting education is because the father never wanted to sell land. But now he has seen that if he sell the land, he can get this, he can get money, and a bit of that money he'll go maybe pay school fee, the remaining sustainability of the family. Another one maybe he'll go and drink some liquor because that man was looks like a drunkard. Yeah, you know, when you meet somebody, you can actually judge, is this person drinking or not? So that is a topic for another day, because for me, I can say I've really tried. But the problem is the village is divided. The village seems to know better than what you think you know better than, and they know better than what you think you know better than what you think that they're better than you. So this is the final warning that I want to give. If this continues, for those who are watching me, villages disappear, culture dies, youth becomes squatters, elders regret decisions, foreigners lose money, conflicts flows. And this is how inability begins. This is how we'll be ending up to those foreigners' land so that we go get some hand job, and some other people will start. That is how we increase now the theft cases in the village, because people will not be having what we call money. The only work left is to steal, and this is how instability begins. So what I can say, this video is not hatred, it is accountability, it is not jealousy, it is justice, it is not division, it is protection. Land must be protected, villagers must be respected, foreigners must be informed, and exploitation, no matter who does it, must be exposed. If you believe in justice, share this message. If you believe in law, educate others, and that is what I'm doing. If you believe in community, stand firm. Let us not sell our lands, because once land is gone, it is gone forever, and it never comes back. Goodbye for now. Let us meet in the next episode. Goodbye.